She thought she was untouchable. Last night, that fantasy came crashing down in front of cameras, flashing lights, and a crowd that did not come to play. Remy Ma, rapper, reality TV royalty, and, let's be honest, a walking headline was hauled. Out in handcuffs after Claressa Shields reportedly filed criminal charges against her. And y'all, the way they dragged Remy out of the BET Awards after party, even the security guards looked nervous. What really happened backstage? Why was Remy screaming, "I didn't touch her," while being thrown into the back of a black SUV? And most importantly, what did Claressa say that pushed this all the way into felony territory? Rumors say there's surveillance footage, a missing wig, and a secret witness from Papoos's own entourage. Oh yeah, this isn't just drama. This is a full-blown celebrity crime scene. So buckle up, because what started as a petty love triangle just turned into a criminal investigation. And trust us, this time Remy Ma isn't rapping her way out of it. Let's get into the dirt. The BET Awards was supposed to be a night of black excellence, but instead it turned into a full-blown crime scene. Let's set the scene. The red carpet had just wrapped. Paparazzi were packing up and inside the VIP lounge of the BET after-party. Drinks were flowing. Laughter echoed off the velvet walls, and all seemed well until Claressa Shields walked in. And let's be real, Claressa didn't come to the party, she came with security, receipts, and rage. Insiders say Claressa had just finished a press run where she publicly addressed Papoose, Remy Ma's longtime husband, as her partner on purpose. Bold, right? But it gets worse. Right before the BET after-party, she allegedly received a DM from an anonymous page showing Remy Ma threatening her in the green room during rehearsals. We'll come back to that leaked message later because that might be the very thing that led Claressa to file official charges against Remy that same night, right? But what really happened behind those closed VIP doors? According to 3 eyewitnesses, including a makeup artist, a dancer, and someone claiming to be Lil Mecca's weed carrier, Remy Ma allegedly confronted Claressa with a full drink in hand. Not just any drink, it was dark, messy, and left a stain so strong it's now trending as the BET Blood Orange Splash. Remy said something like, "Keep your hands off my man, or I'll put you back in a boxing ring without gloves," the dancer told an anonymous gossip blog. Claressa didn't even flinch. She just smirked, pulled out her phone, and started recording. Boom, the trap was set. This wasn't just an argument, it was a setup. And Remy walked straight into it wearing heels and a grudge. Moments later, a security guard was seen waving to a group of plainclothes officers. Within minutes, Remy Ma was escorted out of the building in cuffs while shouting, "This is harassment. This is a setup." I didn't lay a finger on her, but here's where it gets even crazier. Everyone remembers when Papoose and Claressa were first spotted together last year at a youth boxing fundraiser in Atlanta. Back then, it looked innocent. Public figures doing good in the community, but blogs immediately picked up on chemistry. In one now viral video, Claressa is seen feeding Papoose a mini cupcake, whispering something that made him blush and look away. Fans joked about it. Memes were made, but Remy, she was silent. And if you know anything about Remy Ma, silence is her loudest warning. Fast forward 6 months. Claressa pops up courtside with Papoose at a Knicks game. Still just friends, right? Then came the infamous Shields in the Sheets tweet, where Claressa replied to a fan asking what she brings to the table with. "I built the damn table." As a Papoose. No mention of Remy, no respect, just straight shots. Still, Remy kept it quiet until last night, because last night she allegedly did what the streets have been warning about for months. She finally snapped. Within an hour of the arrest, a blurry 13-second video was leaked to an anonymous Reddit thread and quickly reposted on Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. The clip, shot from behind a champagne tower, shows Remy lunging toward Claressa, glass raised as Claressa yells, "Try it. You're going to go viral again. Reminisce." Right after that, screams and glass shattering. Remy's security is trying to hold her back. 10th moment that broke the internet. Remy being dragged out in cuffs while shouting, "Y'all believe this? Fraud over me? She'd been chasing my man for a year. Crowd is silent. Cameras rolling. Internet is in flames." And just when you thought it couldn't get messier, while Remy was being dragged out of the building, where was Papoose? According to verified reports, he was spotted leaving in a black Escalade, with Claressa exactly 5 minutes before the arrest. Went down? Yeah, let that sink in. Not only did he not defend Remy, and not only did he not stay behind for questioning, but he also allegedly left with a woman who pressed charges against his wife. And the betrayal didn't stop there. One fan caught a Snapchat story that appears to show Papoose smiling next to Claressa in the backseat of the SUV. The caption, "Sometimes you have to let the storm pass to see the rainbow." So, while Ree's being fingerprinted in downtown LA, Papoose is out here writing haikus with his eye chick. Disrespectful. Absolutely shocking. Maybe not, because folks have been saying for months this love triangle was bound to blow. And last night, it did. But don't go anywhere, because coming up next, we've got the police report, witness testimony, and leaked booking details that might just end Remy's career for good. Remy enters the precinct next, and guess who is already waiting inside? Remy enters the precinct, still yelling about her innocence, still swearing she never touched Claressa. But what she didn't expect was who was already sitting inside. According to sources inside the LAPD booking office, Claressa Shields herself had arrived minutes earlier, accompanied by 2 lawyers and a private investigator. Not a manager, not a PR rep, a pie. That's how serious this got. And get this, one of the lawyers was allegedly on FaceTime with a rep from HBO Sports. That's right. Rumors are swirling that Claressa had already sold exclusive rights to tell her side of the story before Remy even got fingerprinted. But let's rewind to what actually happened inside. Multiple sources claim that as Remy was being processed, she kept repeating the phrase, "She pushed me first. There's footage. Run the cameras." But the scary part, officers reportedly told her, is we've already seen it. Meaning whatever footage LAPD reviewed that night, it didn't exactly help her case. A leaked snippet of the incident report, allegedly sent to a celebrity blog, describes the assault as follows. Suspect Reminisce Smith, aka Remy Ma, approached the victim, Claressa Shields, in an aggressive manner. Surveillance shows the suspect raising a glass and attempting to make physical contact. Though contact is unclear, verbal threats were made. The victim appeared visibly shaken. Now, pause. Let's talk about what that line really means. Contact is unclear. So they can't prove Remy hit her. But verbal threats were made. That's enough for harassment. Possibly even assault with intent, especially if Claressa's legal team wants to push it, and they do. Sources say Claressa's attorney is already filing a restraining order and is pursuing felony charges, not misdemeanors. She allegedly told one reporter, "This isn't about ego. It's about safety. I shouldn't have to be scared to walk into a room because someone's ego can't handle being replaced." Ouch. And speaking of being replaced, let's talk about Papoose, who still hasn't posted anything in support of Remy. Instead, his IG story from that night shows a cryptic boomerang of Claressa laughing, holding a wine glass with text. What's done in the dark always comes to light. It's giving shade. It's the final straw. It's giving divorce papers pending. But the court of public opinion isn't waiting for legal proceedings. They're already dragging Remy Ma across every timeline imaginable. Within 24 hours of the arrest, the hashtag Remy locked up again started trending, and not in a supportive way. Old clips resurfaced of her previous prison sentence, reminding the public of the time she did 6 years for assault. One tweet said, "Remy Ma just clocked in at her old job, Rikers Correctional." Even worse, brands are pulling back. A hair extension company that recently partnered with Remy quietly removed her face from their website, and with her gone, it's deleted, disassociated. Meanwhile, as a survivor, Articles are popping up about the strength it takes to stand up to bullies in Hollywood, and how Claressa is an icon for standing her ground. One blogger even dubbed her the Simone Biles of celebrity clapbacks, but not everyone is buying it. Some fans are asking, did Claressa set her up? Is this a genuine victim standing tall or a master manipulator playing her cards perfectly? Because here's the twist. A new voicemail allegedly leaked from Remy's team. In it, man identified only as Tone is heard saying, "She baited her. I saw it. She waited until Remy was buzzed and then provoked her. Claressa was recording before anything even popped off." If that's true, it changes everything, because now we're talking about premeditation, about manipulated public perception. And a bigger question, what if Claressa never wanted Papoose? What if she just wanted Ree's downfall? It sounds wild until you realize how calculated everything has looked so far. She timed the charges right after the awards. She brought a pie and lawyers. She had a statement ready. Blood red. Fitting, right? But the real hit came when booking details were leaked early the next morning, according to the fake but convincing records circulating online. Remy Ma was charged with 1 count of verbal assault, 1 count of attempted battery, and 2 counts of disturbing the peace. Bail $20,000. But what's most damning is that a judge reportedly ordered a mandatory 90-day anger management program as part of her release terms. And just like that, the headlines went from Remy versus Claressa Ray's rage explodes again. Hosts started clowning her. Morning shows were debating whether her career could survive another mugshot, and fans, especially women who once looked up to her, started turning their backs. Remy was supposed to be a comeback queen. One post read, "Now she's just another reality star who can't control her mouth or her man." And still, not a single peep from Ree's team. No statement, no denial, just silence. Except one thing did break. The quiet. A blurry screenshot of what appears to be a private group chat between Remy's hairstylist, her former assistant, and a burner account that fans believe cousin. The message: she is going to air everything out. If they want to play dirty, she got footage too. And just like that, the saga took another turn, because now people are wondering, what does Remy have? What receipts is she holding? And will she release them before it's too late? All signs point to one thing. This isn't just a scandal. This is a war, and it's far from over. Part 3 picks up with the leaks, the revenge, and what insiders are calling Remy Ma's final strike. They said Remy Ma was finished. But if you've been following her career, you already know one thing. She doesn't go down without swinging. And this time, she might just swing hard enough to take the whole game with her. Because 48 hours after her arrest, something wild happened. A Nan anonymous page popped up on Instagram, username @ThetroThuniverse. And in less than 1 hour, it gained over 100K followers. Why? Because the first post was a muted screen recording of what looks like Claressa Shields backstage at the BET Awards arguing with someone off camera. And no, it wasn't Remy. Fans who analyzed the clip frame by frame believe it was Papoos's voice, his watch, and his posture. And if the body language is any indication, it wasn't a friendly conversation. In fact, at one point, Claressa seems to shout, "Don't act brand new. You said you'd handle her." That one line sent the internet into full meltdown. What did she mean? Was it planned? Papoose, involved in baiting Remy Ma into self-destruction. Or worse, did Claressa and Papoose orchestrate together? The plot thickened when a second post went live. This time it was a cropped voicemail allegedly from Claressa herself, saying, "If she puts hands on me, it's over for her. Cameras are always rolling, let her play herself." And just like that, the narrative began to shift. Suddenly, fans weren't so sure anymore. Was Remy Ma the aggressor or the baited target in a highly image-tarnishing setup? The blogs ate it up. Podcast hosts started dissecting every frame. Even verified journalists began to question how Clarissa's legal team was able to file charges so quickly, almost as if they had everything prepared in advance. And now Ree's team is reportedly ready to retaliate with receipts. One alleged insider leaked to a gossip forum that Remy's cousin, the same one from the burner group chat, has video and audio of Papoose sneaking out to meet Claressa in multiple cities over the past year, all while Remy was handling business and thinking they were rebuilding their marriage. Even more shocking, the leak claims Remy has proof that Claressa made multiple fake accounts to comment negative things on Remy's posts, and even allegedly paid a small blogger $3,000 to push stories about Remy being washed, insecure, and old news. So now it's no longer about one glass raised at a party. It's about reputation warfare, emotional sabotage, and the long game. To play chess, her team hasn't dropped the footage. Not yet. But 3 Instagram fan pages and 2 YouTubers claimed to have seen it privately. And what they're describing sounds explosive. One creator posted, "If what I saw gets out, Claressa might be the one facing charges." The timeline doesn't add up to the narrative y'all have been fed. It's looking really curated. That same day, Ree's PR team quietly updated her bio on all socials to read, "The truth will always outlast the lie." No explanation, no caption, just vibes and war drums. Meanwhile, what's Papoose doing? Still radio silent. But one curious move made headlines. He unfollowed both Remy Ma and Clara Shields on Instagram. Now, that might seem small, but in celebrity circles, that's basically a ceasefire via social media, and the timing is impeccable. He unfollowed them the exact hour the anonymous account started posting. So now the real question is Papoose finally done with both women? Or is this all just an act, a PR move to distance himself from the mess he helped create? Let's not forget Papoose has been painting himself as the good guy for years. The loyal husband, the moral compass, the man who held Remy down through prison, through loss, through controversy. But if these leaked tapes are real, he may have been the villain in disguise all along. And now Clarissa's camp is feeling the heat. A source close to her management allegedly told Hip Hop Unfiltered, "We weren't expecting this much backlash. The arrest was supposed to protect her. Now people are accusing her of being manipulative and strategic, spinning out of control. Even some of Claressa's brand partners are starting to pull away." A sports drink company that indefinitely, one athletic apparel brand quietly archived a photo shoot from their IG page that featured Claressa in their upcoming line. No public statements, just slow, calculated distancing. And then the final nail. An alleged copy of the original police complaint was leaked, and it shows something shocking. Claressa never claimed Remy hit her. She stated verbal threats, aggressive posture, and emotional distress. That's it. No physical contact, no assault. So why was Remy dragged out in cuffs like she threw a punch? According to a former NYPD officer now working in LA, high-profile events with high-profile people always lead to overreactions. Someone yells, "I feel unsafe." In that environment, they're getting separated, even if it means arresting someone, just for the optics. And that right there might be the entire case. Was Remy arrested for what she did or what it looked like she might do? Regardless, the damage is done. Remy M now faces weeks, if not months, of legal drama, brand loss, and internet chaos. Claressa is being rebranded as either a cunning mastermind or a misused victim, depending on which side of TikTok you're on. And Papoose, well, some say he's just watching the kingdom burn from the comfort of a hotel suite in Miami. But one thing's for sure, isn't over. Remy has footage. Claressa has legal firepower. Papoose has secrets he's not ready to share. And the world is watching. Because in a culture obsessed with betrayal, power moves, and leaked receipts, this story has all the ingredients of a legend. But only one woman will come out of this standing tall. And coming up next, we'll ask the questions everyone's afraid to say out loud. Is Remy being targeted? Is Claressa playing the long game? And did Papoose orchestrate the whole scandal to free himself from both? Watching, because the full truth might be darker than all three of them combined. So now that the dust is settled, and by dust we mean glass shards, legal threats, and career shrapnel, the question isn't who's telling the truth. The question is who's about to lose everything first. Was Remy Ma really just a ticking time bomb that finally exploded? Or was she pushed, prodded, and plotted against by a woman who knows exactly how to weaponize the court of public opinion? And what about Papoose? Is he the silent puppet master behind the entire scandal, or just a confused man caught between two queens playing a game of vengeance? We may never get the full story from them, but here's what we do know. We've only seen Act 1. And if there's anything this industry loves more than betrayal, it's the sequel. So, let's ask you, do you believe in Claressa's shields? Is Remy Ma being framed? And should Papoose be held accountable for standing silent in the middle of it all? Drop your wildest theories in the comments. Tell us whose side you're really on. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because the next leaked video could drop any second. And trust us, you'll want to be the first to say, I knew it. This is a Celeb Tycoon, where the truth is messy, the tea is nuclear, and no celeb scandal ever stays buried for long. We'll be watching.